Good morning, everybody. Welcome to Conversations with Jane C. Phillips. I'm Pam Myers. We do with Pam Myers social media. I would love to help you with your business needs if you would like to vlog on a regular basis. But welcome to this week's program with Jane. And today we are going to talk about possessions, right? That's what and the movies always kind of make it seem, oh gosh, like the most horrible thing, but it's not always the most horrible thing, right? So do you want to talk about that?
Yeah. So thanks. Pam's been doing social media work for me for over a year, so I'm going to give her a plug. And she volunteered to help me do these blogs every week so I could just get my personality out there and also get you all some information.
Thank you, Jane.
So one of the many things that I do on the sort of the paranormal side is I work with individuals, whether it's the medical intuitive or just paranormal side, to make sure that they don't have energies attached to themselves. And one of the biggest things I discover over time is possessions. And as Pam mentioned, every time you've seen The Exorcist, you've seen all of these movies with people spinning their heads around and all of this stuff, and they make it sound like all possessions are demonic. And yes, I find demons, but not really very often. And most people who have energies attached to them, possessions are not the only thing I remove, but possessions are the big piece. A possession for me and my experience, and there's a book by uh, Wanda Praknica. I don't think she's practicing anymore, about she's written about exorcisms in the 21st century. And she and I are on the same page with this. And so a possession for me is discarnate energy. And so it's basically a ghost. We are incarnate, carne being flesh in Latin. So we're in the flesh. Discarnate are energies that are outside of a physical body. And for the most part, these energies are ghost type energies. They're people who have died, but for whatever reason, they haven't crossed over to heaven or wherever that place is. And so they're hanging around the planet, and they like you. For some reason, they are not out in the most cases to harm you. They're not coming after you to harm you. These are energies that are sort of lost. And maybe you deal with depression, or maybe you have anxiety issues, or maybe you drink a little bit more than you should. Maybe not all the time, or maybe you do drugs or all of that. And I'm not judging any of that. But those behaviors, or going on the internet and really buying into conspiracy things, and I'm not here to judge whether they're right or wrong, by the way, so don't take that. But when we're hanging out in lower vibrational energies, all of those are lower vibrational. A ghost type energy might like you. So a depressed ghost, they were depressed when they died, or a ghost that was an alcoholic, will love to be around somebody who drinks because they can't drink anymore. Someone who is depressed, we're a vibrational match. And they say, oh, you're my buddy, you get it, right? You
Right.
get me, you're my tribe. So these energies attach to us, and then what happens is it affects our thinking. So we're carrying extra weight in our body. We might be trying to figure out what to do, and we don't know it, but we've got all these other energies on us giving their opinion. So I find quite frequently when I'm working with people that they have energies. Before I can do any personal work with them, I have to remove any energies that are on them. And so a possession for me is merely a ghost type energy that is attached to you because they like you. You're their tribe. They can drink with you. They can do drugs with you because they don't have a body to do that anymore. They can, if they were really into conspiracy or darker things on the internet or whatever, and you're their tribe, they might want to hang out with you. The negative for that is that we really get influenced. about that. I have an example that that happened to me personally, and years ago. I had an aunt who died in 2007. She was 93. I was blessed to be with her when she left her body, and it was peaceful and it was perfect. I mean, it was like it was her time. But I was really, really upset, and in a way that I hadn't anticipated. I mean, I was sobbing. I could barely get on the plane to come home. I live in Santa Fe. She was in Maryland. And I got home, and it was a Wednesday, and Friday I was still in a wreck. And I finally decided to check. I woke up enough, and I had 7 energies from the hospital on me. 7 ghost energies from the hospital. That's another way you can pick them up. So I helped them. That's what I do. I help them cross. And within 10 minutes, I was fine. So I picked up all this energy from people in the hospital, and I helped them go home. So for me, yes, there are some darker energies out there, and sometimes we've got energies that it's really hard to get rid of. But for the most part, these possessions are a full person without a body, or I've discovered it could be that they crossed over, but maybe they left the energy of their hand here. Kind of like you and I might lose an earring or a watch or our glasses. My job, if it's discarnate energy, but it's not a full person energy, we're still returning them back. We're getting the energy of their hand back to the person on the other side. So that's what possessions are. That is, for me, it's ghost type energy. And if you have something really, really serious, the church has people that do full exorcisms. It's just that I do them too, and for the most part, you don't need the church for full exorcisms. But if that's your comfort level, and you want to go to a priest to get some help, just understand it may not be as bad as you think, but do understand that it's affecting your ability to think clearly, and it can affect. It can make you more depressed or more anxious or more angry. If you're the angry person that has good access to your anger, you can have an angry ghost that says, yeah, you're my tribe. So,
How does somebody know, Jane? How does somebody how would I know if I had other energies on me? How can you, is there a way to tell without a
not
professional?
always, not always. So if you're depressed and that's what you're used to, these energies will make you more depressed, but it may not feel different to you. Or if you're angry, you may not, it might not feel different. The way I noticed in my situation, in that particular one, was really obvious to me that something was off. But it took me 3 days, and this is what I do for a living. It
Right.
took me 3 days to figure out that I should check, because I was so distraught that I couldn't. So I think it's a good idea to do a cleanup every once in a while.
Yeah.
And about a couple of months ago, my guides, because I don't always know if I get possessions because of my work I do, and I was checking, seemed to be getting energies on me almost every day, and they were coming, I believe, because I can give them a ride home. I can help them go home. So my guides gave me a protocol, which I do charge for now, but that allows, it's a stairway to heaven. It's not the song, but it's a little protocol that will actually allow any of these energies that would benefit from a ghost type in particular to just continually, if they land on your body, just leave. So you can be walking around and helping the planet out with these energies that are stuck here and are ready to go home, and they land on you. They won't stay. They will just automatically go. And so I created that with my guides. Actually gave it to me a few months back. And it works with me. I haven't had any problems since, and I've had several other clients, and it works with them also. I had one client that I had to add an extra support on, and when I did that, then it started working for her. She just needed a little extra support, but this works as a permanent for as long as you have a physical body.
Yeah.
So far.
So if somebody is struggling with like depression or um, even if they don't know if they're struggling, if somebody's having a hard time getting through something, then it could be beneficial for them to reach out to you.
Just for a lot of people, I do medical intuitive work, but for a lot of people, just clearing all these energies off of you gives you your headspace back. And your physical body, for most people, they feel lighter,
Mm-hmm.
clearer, they're more neutral about what's going on in their life, so they can think more clearly about what to do next. I mean, I offer services way beyond that, but if someone wants a clearing and they want me to add on the permanent stairway protocol, then that's an extra benefit. And then, of course, I do other things. But I just wanted people to know out there that when I work with people and I say you have 20 possessions, right? And somebody goes, oh my God, and all of that. It's not demonic. You've just been a perfect match. You're gathering your tribe.
Mm-hmm.
Become a perfect match. And so when you come to me, those 20 energies are all going to be given the opportunity to go home, to be welcomed home with love and acceptance. There are all these reasons why they're hanging around anyway. And so you just become sort of a conduit to help them. So that's the nice thing.
Right.
And most people is just, they might have 10, they might have 5. The worst I had was somebody, I couldn't douse it, it was too big a number, but somebody had 600.
Oh, wow.
So when you have that many, you're going to be really influenced and not really realize it because it's been going on for a long time. So come to me to let me at least clean you up, and you'll have the headspace to figure out if you want more of my services or you need something else that's going to help you move forward. But if someone says yes, possessions, don't be afraid.
Right. And you can find Jane on janecphillips.com. Jane is a psychic medium, a paranormal investigator, and a medical intuitive, and she can help you with a multitude of concerns that you might have. So thanks for listening today.
Yep. Thank you, everybody. And we'll be back. I'm taking a couple weeks off. I'm in the process of moving back into my tiny house. For those of you who know that I have one, I've been living during COVID with a friend. And so by the end of August, I will be back living in my 8 by 20 square foot tiny house with my dog.
Yeah.
I'm taking a couple weeks off from this just to make the move so you won't get a frantic person on the air.
Yeah.
Take care, and we'll talk to you on the 26th of this month.
Correct. Yep. We'll be back live on the 26th. Thank you.